Today is Friday the 11th of August and the Saudi Pro League begins today. We will bring you weekly previews. Let's get into it.
Bro, we're here.
Let's go, man.
Preview number 1. The Saudi Pro League is officially kicking off tonight. And where do we start? The journey of the Middle East domination has begun. I think this can go one or two ways, right?
Go on, tell me.
We need the Saudi Pro League to keep this investment going. We need this to be sustained, right? So I think year 1, we're going to kind of see the growth. Now, year 2, we have to see, right? Is this going to be a failure or is this going to be a success? We're going to know very quick. So for me, I want to know from you, my bro, is what do you want to see in the Saudi Pro League this year?
You know what it is for me? Just in European football, the world of football right now, I think Pep has a huge influence in the way football has gone and it's become very systematic. And the way, for example, the way Man City play, for example, is very rigid in its own way.
Yeah.
And it comes with its own pros and cons. They keep winning the league. Great team, great manager. However, I think one thing that the Saudi Pro League can bring this year is just a lot of rawness, a flow of play that you don't see much anymore in the Premier League. The free-flowing football the Saudi Arabian League can bring will be a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I agree, man.
And just a new platform for players like Riyad Mahrez or Benzema, just to try new things and bring that Ronaldinho-esque play back.
I was just thinking, you know that clip where Ronaldinho was at Stamford Bridge and he done the two-step, knocked it into the corner? Bro, I want to see this in the Saudi Pro League. I want to see this raw ability. When we had the likes of Deco, Ronaldinho, Kaka, these men were just running at you and I want to see flair.
100%.
Okay, so the real reason why we're here, match previews, and we're going to do this weekly. But my bro, kick me off. Where do we start?
The SPL kicks off at King Abdullah Stadium today. King Abdullah Stadium today at 7 p.m. The game is between Al Ahli and Al Hazm, and both teams just got promoted from Division 1.
Okay.
So this will be an interesting game for the opener. They played previously, so last year in Division 1, it was 0-0 and 1-0 for Al Ahli, sorry.
Tight games.
Tight games, but you know what's the funny thing is? Both teams got promoted, but one of them is a PIF team which got huge investment. Al Ahli, one of the bigger clubs in the country, and they've got crazy investment with Riyad Mahrez, Saint Maximin, and Bobby Firmino.
That's the front three, isn't it?
100%. So let's see how that game goes. For me, I think they thrashed them.
Is it?
Absolutely thrashed them.
Give me a number.
3-0 minimum, I believe. I think Saint Maximin is going to have a field day. I think he's a player that's got something to prove. I don't think, personally, he had a great time at Newcastle. He was very stop and go.
Bruv, we've had this discussion too many times.
I'm not the biggest fan of his. He's a very stop and go player. I thought a player like Adama Traore was better than him.
Saint Maximum is like a nanny, right? You're not going to expect him to get you 20, 30 goals, but the guy will get you double digits and he'll twang man. And that's what he does.
Has he given us double digits? We'll check.
We'll check.
But for now, I think he's got something to prove. And he's against a low caliber player right now, again, against a team that just got promoted. So let's see how well he does.
So we've kicked off with Al Ahli. But like we said, we're going to cover all the PIF teams. So talk to me about the next game.
So the next game, Al Ittihad are playing away to Al Ra'id.
Al Ittihad, Nuno, your guy, right?
Nuno Espirito Santo. Let's not get into him right now. But Al Ittihad are away to Al Ra'id. Al Ra'id finished 10th last season, while Ittihad are the reigning champions. They played twice last year. Al Ittihad drew and won the game. But now the reigning champions, a great squad as it was with the likes of Conrado and Romarinho, Hamidullah. We've got Benzema added to a great team. Kante added to a great team. Fabinho added to a great team. So you can't imagine how strong this club has become already. I think Ittihad are going to beat Al Ra'id. Al Ra'id's already an established team in the SPL. The reason I don't think they'll do as well, I think it'll be like a 2-0, but the reason I don't think they'll score so many is because this is a team that's already plays cohesively with one another, and now they've got new additions and world-class addition that they brought to the club. So I do believe it will take a bit of time for them to gel. Players like Romarinho trying to make a connection with Benzema. I'm sure Romarinho will get his numbers in assists, but it will take time to learn his movements and everything. The third PIF team we're going to cover is the one and only team that brought in the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. Who are Al Nassr playing?
Well, where do we start with this game?
Go
So
on.
we've got Etifak, Steven Gerrard,
Yeah.
versus Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr.
Yeah.
So first of all, we got to look at the last two games, right? It was very tight. They drew 1-1,
Yeah.
and then the one before that was a 1-0 victory to Al Nassr, but very, very tight games. To be honest, Etifak haven't actually won against Al Nassr since 2021. And if we look at the two teams and what they brought in, so let's just go to Etifak. We all know about Al Nassr, right? So they brought in a couple players, Henderson, Moussa Dembele.
Yeah.
And obviously Steven Gerrard, the man that communicate with all, right? But I just don't see how Steven Gerrard gets this team playing. I don't see how he gets them moving at the moment. He really hasn't brought in a lot of players. Then we look at Al Nassr, Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane. Dude, it's going to be a riot, I think.
Yeah.
I think Mane brings so much aggression, so much speed to Al Nassr's play, similar to what he did for Liverpool. I think it's going to be a cruise, 3-0. Mane's going to get a couple of assists. Ronaldo's getting a couple of goals.
And our final PIF team that will be playing this week, Al Hilal. Who are they playing?
So Al Hilal are playing Abba. Honestly, I had no idea who Abba was. So I went to Google, put a little search in, and then it came up with their name with no logo, just like a light blue dash or whatever it was.
The
So
proper
that's,
village team.
Bro, it threw me off. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, who is Abba? So I've done a bit of research. So since 2005, Abba have only beaten Al Hilal once. And I don't think we expect that to change, right? So last season, they finished 12th. And since then, Al Hilal have brought in Ruben Neves,
Yeah.
Milinkovic Savic, Koulibaly. Like, they have to strengthen their team over and over. They've just brought in Malcolm, an inside forward / striker, right? So it's going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Abba don't stand a chance, do they? They have won one game since 2005. It's going to be 4-0, 4-1. Malcolm's going to get a couple goals. But more importantly, I want to see what Ruben Neves does. So I think he's just going to control the midfield. He's going to dominate. And he's going to show the world, really, damn, we lost a great player to the Saudi Pro League.
Yeah, I think with a midfield three like that,
Yeah.
it's written in the stars that they're going to dominate most games.
Well, they got to get the third one in. They got to get variety in still. But
Yeah.
once they get him in, if they get him in, and it looks like they will, one of the best midfielders in the world. Okay, so it's time. Look, the season starts tonight. We got to pick our teams. And you already know what my team is, bro, so don't even try it. But I want to know, who are you supporting?
I love Benzema and Kante. Yeah. They're two players that I've followed their careers. And so I have to pick them, but it's their manager. I think I'm going to be Nuno out as soon as I put on the shirt.
Immediately, right?
Immediately.
Get that hashtag going.
Yeah, I can't have him at the club. However, with players like Benzema and Kante, I don't think it matters how rubbish the manager is. They're going to dictate games regardless.
Aye. So for me, look, I had no choice.
Yeah.
It had to be Al Nassr. There was nothing that I could do about it. Look, I'm a United fan. I'm a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. My boy's out there bossing up the league. Ronaldo's Ronaldo. He wins.
Yeah. Do you know one thing I'm excited about?
Go on.
As a Tottenham fan, I
Yeah.
may finally win trophies.
So more importantly, guys. So a lot of people don't know where you can watch the SPL. So DAZN have just signed rights
Yeah.
in the past week or so that they can now present all of Saudi League games. So they've confirmed that all of Al Nassr's games will be on and a variety of other SPL games. So tune in, DAZN. We don't get paid for this. We're just helping you out. Watch the games and make sure you are back here every week to see us. We're going to give you reviews. We're going to give you previews. We're going to do some special editions that we want to bring to you. So we need you to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. We'll see you next week. Peace.